What's up, you savages? It's time for the 5 most confident picks this week for UFC Fight Night. I'm talking about Figgy, Deiveson Figueiredo, taking on Cory Sandhagen, who's about a half a foot taller. So let's just start there. I'm going with Cory Sandhagen. I think Figgy's a nice green zone striker. Problem is, so is Sandhagen. And he's an actual bantamweight. Figgy moving up from flyweight, just at a huge disadvantage here as far as the striking goes, because it's going to be hard to get to anything but the legs of Cory Sandhagen. And Cory Sandhagen does fine in that area. I think Cory Sandhagen's going to give him a lot of trouble in the wrestling too. We saw him get out wrestled. That clearly is the pathway for Figgy. Figgy should absolutely try to take him down, but I think Sandhagen is going to be too tough in those departments. Give me Cory Sandhagen. Then I'm going Bo Nickal. I think the wrestling should be able to get it done here. I'll break these down more in depth. Azamat Bekoev over Ryan Loder. Give me Marina Rodriguez. Just kidding. Gillian Robertson over Marina Rodriguez. And then give me Thomas Peter Griffin, as AJ says, Petersen over Don'Tale Mayes. Don'Tale Mayes, not good at wrestling, okay? I think he's going to have trouble fighting off of his back here against Petersen. All right, those are my 5 most confident picks. I'm going Petersen, Gillian Robertson, Azamat Bekoev, Bo Nickal, and Cory Sandhagen. All right, I'll start at the top again. Cory Sandhagen, is his issue against Umar Nurmagomedov is that he was ending up on his back too much. I just don't think the wrestling ability is that high level of Figgy. Figgy got some wrestling in. And how, you ask? Fight ready. Training with Captain Eric Albarracin. Training with Henry Cejudo, the Pitbull brothers. He got that karate stance and started wrestling. And they really, he absorbed their game like a sponge. He was throwing those calf kicks. Remember when he won the title back? With those fucking calf kicks? Yeah, who warned you those were coming? Ya boy. I was at Fight Ready. I watched him spar. He threw 1,000 calf kicks. I said, hey, he might throw calf kicks and win the title back. And then he did. I don't think you're going to see some fantastic calf kick wrestling performance here against Sandhagen. Sandhagen, his flying knees might even work in this one. I think he's going to look good. He could clean sweep the fight. It probably does go long. Figgy's a jiu-jitsu black belt and still dangerous, but not at this age against Cory Sandhagen in a 5-round fight. I don't think so. I got Cory Sandhagen. Reiner de Ridder can do jiu-jitsu pretty well. Other stuff, not so much. So I think Bo Nickal's going to be a big problem for him. Bo Nickal might have had a boring performance against Paul Craig, but Paul Craig's beaten Jamal Hill, who won the title after that. Ankalaev, who is the champion now, right? I mean, he's got some good wins. So there was a reason to be a bit reserved, a bit cautious in that fight. And I could see him having a similar performance, but a level up. He's had an opportunity to learn from the last fight. Wrestlers are winners. There's no, it's not a lot of glory having a fun wrestling match that you lose. It's all about your record. It's all about winning. It's all about brackets. It's all about tournaments, right? So coming from the wrestling background, he understands how to win. I think he'll find a way to win here. I think that Reiner de Ridder, is absolutely a threat with the jiu-jitsu, but could you think of a worse matchup? I mean, I'd rather see somebody, if you're trying to get Reiner de Ridder to win, Khamzat at least is going to take you down and go there. I mean, Bo Nickal might just be, don't touch me, man, the whole fight, and Reiner de Ridder striking's not good. It's not good. So I think Bo Nickal can shut him out here. I think Bo Nickal dominates this fight with his striking, his ATT striking, and his wrestling. So real bad matchup for Reiner de Ridder. I got Bo Nickal as a lock. Azamat Bekoev over Ryan Loder. Ryan Loder can wrestle, and so can Bekoev. The issue is Bekoev doesn't just wrestle. Azamat can strike. His ground and pound is ferocious. I think he could beat up Ryan Loder, man. Ryan Loder, he trains with some good grapplers, Fluffy Hernandez, I believe. I mean, he's, evolving, but very green. You know what I mean by that? Very green, very new. When you get a banana, isn't the green one the new one, right? Kind of wait until it turns yellow before you eat it. I don't think Ryan Loder's good at much else besides wrestling yet. And hopefully he turns it into a better fight than I'm thinking, but I think Azamat can pretty much whoop his ass everywhere else. And then in the wrestling, it either cancels out, right? Where they're competitive, or they don't wrestle at all. In either case, Bekoev getting the victory here. Marina Rodriguez and Gillian Robertson. Marina Rodriguez, nice striking. I'm a fan. Her Muay Thai is good. Her wrestling, bruh, bad. Takedown defense is bad. Subpar. And is it going to get better at what, 37, 38? Do you really want me to look it up? How old do we think she is? Going once, going twice, 38. Are you going to go for her, the 38-year-old who can't defend a takedown, who's 1-4 in her last 5? Okay. Only dub is to Michelle Waterson Gomez. Michelle Waterson, who's also 39 years old. Okay, that's what you're going for? Or would you go with the grappler, Gillian Robertson, who is 4 4-1 in her last 5, her one loss being to Tabitha Ricci? Are you going to go with her? It'd be shocking if Marina Rodriguez could win this fight. And the odds aren't that crazy, are they? Minus 280. It's not great. But yeah, I think she dominates here, man. I do. Her record's not great, 15-8. You might look at that and be like, oh, 15-8. That was before. Okay. And Marina Rodriguez 17-5. Well, she got a better record. We're talking about Gillian had issues early in the career, got better, like big time improvements. Marina, I'm never like, damn, she really improved, Haven't had that thought. I've had plenty of, she's getting out wrestled again. I'm going Gillian Robertson. Last but not least, maybe it is least, Thomas Petersen over Don'Tale Mayes. Don'Tale Mayes' striking is, it's there. I've seen it, He can't defend takedowns much better than Marina Rodriguez can. And he's got a big wrestler on his hands who could box a little bit. I know Shamil slept him. Shout out to Shamil, man. Shamil Gaziev. Okay. He's good. He's a decent heavyweight. Don'Tale Mayes. Thomas Petersen should be able to bounce back, get on top of, and rear naked strangle a Don'Tale Mayes. Palm to palm. Okay. Don'Tale Mayes posted on his hands, trying to stand back up. Petersen get behind him. Boom. Rear naked strangle over Don'Tale Mayes. I think the wrestling, I like the wrestlers here, are going to get it done. And don't say I don't like the wrestlers because I picked against Ryan Loder. Okay. That's an all-American wrestler. It's a Division I wrestler, but he's up against another wrestler. He's up against the EV wrestler. Okay. Who says that, hey, they're as caliber as Dagestan. That's what he was saying. All right. I got Thomas Petersen, Gillian Robertson, Azamat Bekoev, Bo Nickal, and Cory Sandhagen at UFC Fight Night. All right, and we're excited about it. These are some good fights. I had a most confident 7, and I had to break it down to these. So if you guys want to see where my actual bets are at, I already bet on a plus 150. I bet on a plus 420. You know, I've already got some dogs out there. I've got some bets placed. I'm dropping my favorite bets over in the premium channel. Go check it out. I think 3 underdogs this time, and I'm feeling good about them. If you guys want to see those bets, you could DM at mikefinchshow on Instagram, and we'll get you in there. If you want to DM me directly about big parlays and stuff, you're welcome to. That's at mikefinchmma on Instagram. I give out a free bet every week. They keep fucking hitting. Okay. What was T going to change the name of the chat to? He just dropped something in there for you guys. Gonna rename this channel the W's chat because that's all we do. Let's fucking go. Let's go. All right. Jump into the free channel. It's easy. All you do is download Telegram and you click the freaking link that I put in the description of this video, or it's on my channel anytime. Jump in a free channel. The free channel eats. Hello? Free channel eats. Okay. My favorite bets are on the premium side, and those are the ones I'm putting the most money on. And we've hit some ridiculous dogs this year. That's where I'm putting those. I ain't giving out my favorite dogs on the free channel, right? So this is one where I think we're going to get some nice dog plays on this card. All right. And I got to add a Sunday show for you guys because you guys always want me to talk about last week's stuff. And so I will. I could briefly go 4-1 on most confident. Do I got them here? We got Jacqueline Amarim. I said submission. We got submission. We got Damone Blackshear. We got Ikram Alaskarov. We got Mingyang Zhang. And Carlos Prates smoked one too many cigarettes to get that finish in the 5th round. So we missed Carlos Prates. 4-1 on most confident. I went 4-2 on my bets. The free channel bet was Mingyang Zhang, Ikram Alaskarov, and Damone Blackshear minus 127. A little bit sweeter parlay in the premium channel. I got Ikram Alaskarov, Mingyang Zhang, and John Castaneda and Chris Gutierrez over 2.5 for a little sweeter odds. Got the Chris Gutierrez play. I got Zhang by KO TKO. That one definitely hit. And then, yeah, Giga and defending Merab Dvalishvili's takedowns that I was like, I think he could defend Onama's. Didn't even try, guys. It was like Onama hit his hips and Giga just, I'm sailing away. Gone. Just gone. I got to be careful with that, huh? After Elon, got to be careful with that movement. Giga got taken down with ease. That's why he lost. He was winning the striking. I told you Giga would beat him up on the feet. He was cracking him with punches, kicking him hard as fuck. He was doing more damage on the feet, man. But you can't give up takedowns that easy. And then he doesn't look like he has like a system on the ground. You know, Giga gets taken down and it's just kind of not there, man. Which is too bad because he's got Beneil Dariush in his fucking corner. Beneil Dariush, when you take Beneil Dariush down, you might be in more trouble there. You know, some people take to it, some people don't. So love Giga, world-class striker, but, you know, not the youngest. And has shown in the gym that he can defend takedowns, just did not do it against Onama. And then, yeah, we could talk about the main event too. Well, we can talk about the whole thing if you guys want. Mingyang Zhang retiring Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith just presenting the back of his head. Like, please, man, just let me get a DQ, bro. Let me just, here's the back of my head. Just let me get a DQ. Can't dunk on him too much, right? It's his retirement fight. All right, I'll stop. I think Ian Gary exposed Carlos Prates' boxing. Carlos Prates looked too stationary, too flat, you know, as to where Ian Gary moves left, moves right, pop, pop, comes in there with combinations. He's hitting him with multiple shots and combinations, you know. Prates has that like old school Muay Thai block where he like sticks an arm out there And Ian Gary's just firing right through it. He's just seen too much of that, you know? So finally saw Prates pushed and tested. Almost got the knockout. I mean, dude, was he not a couple shots away? He hammer fist, big shots, but Ian Gary did a good job staying moving, and Prates just couldn't quite find the shots. You know, there's a style where if you just grab the hip and rip shots, you could get a TKO. You got to pin the guy down a little bit. You got to hold him down a little bit. Carlos Prates could have gone to mount, neon belly, taken the back. There were options, man. He was just at the buffet. Can't decide between the chicken and the salmon, chicken and the salmon, chicken and the salmon. Bell rings. You just got to take the salmon sometimes, you know? Sometimes you got to go salmon. Or chicken. But the indecision, the continually moving with him, cost him. So, Prates, hopefully getting a fight IQ boost after watching that fight 100 times back. You know? Hey, Mike Finch, do you think it is worth it to put $47,500 on Cory Sandhagen to win $10,000? No. No, I do not. I do not think that. Nope. Wouldn't do it. What up, AJ? First W. Let's go. Let's go, Sean Shelby. Why were you so dismissive of Ian Gary? Well, Ian Gary training with Demian Maia definitely shows. You know, he's definitely got better offensive grappling than I gave him credit for. Still, most of it was defended. Okay? Let's be real here. Carlos Prates was defending the majority of those shots. But it was enough to wear on him. It was enough to, be a factor in the fight. Probably led to him not being able to finish that knockout in the 5th when he had Ian Gary hurt. Because fucking, like I said, he smoked one too many cigarettes, man. So, yeah, I definitely learned that Ian Gary's grappling is coming along. It's definitely coming along. He's got great grappling coaches. Demian Maia, can you think of a better MMA grappling coach than Demian fucking Maia? That's a good one. So it's working. And his boxing's a little better. I think Carlos Prates fought flat. He wasn't hunting quite the way we've seen him hunt. And Ian Gary fought with a little more urgency, His boxing was looking good. So, yeah. No hate. You have DeRitter as your underdog opportunity and you're flabbergasted on how much he is the underdog. All right. I don't. Is Bo Nickal not a terrible matchup for him? What is he going to do? Knock Bo Nickal out? Have you seen Reiner DeRitter striking? Bruh. He strikes like Mayhem Miller. Who here amongst us is as old as me and has seen Jason Mayhem Miller versus Michael Bisping? Who even watched Bully Beatdown? Do you even know what the fuck I'm talking about, kids? Drop a W if you do. Drop a BB, Bully Beatdown if you do. What do you think of Rob Wilkinson versus 40-year-old Phil Davis? Yeah, interesting. Dude, Phil Davis could fucking wrestle, man. Phil Davis could wrestle his ass off, so that's an interesting one. Phil don't move like he's 40. The people love Mike Finch. Thank you, Paper Castle. Let's go. Let's go, Patrick. Did I skip people? Am I good? No. I'm confident the Finch man will go back to his peak. I hope so, Michael. Let's fucking go, dude. I was number 1 in picks 2 cards ago. So let's do it again. 4-1 last week. I could stomach. You got Bolaños or Lee? I got Lee. DeRitter buy whatever he wants. Diego, you are tripping. Tripping, dog. I think you're tripping. Dang, it's 8 a.m. here in Poland and Finch is still streaming. That's right. Dzień dobry. Over to my Polish friends. All right? Dzień dobry. I got a little bit of Polish. Jak się masz? Got a little bit of Polish. Do widzenia. I'm just saying random Polish words at this point. Okay. My nana, my great-great aunt, completely Polish. She pretty much raised me. My parents work full-time. Okay? So, got some of the Polish phrases. Let's go. Shout out to AK Outdoor in Poland. Sounds like a cold job to be outdoors in Poland. Azamat, Bo, and Cory. Okay. Bo is getting exposed. Damn. A lot of people were saying Bo got exposed in the last fight. Rate this card, Finch, 1 to 10. In the context of it being a fight night, yeah, it's a 7. Huh. Eddie Alvarez was on Bully Beatdown. Bully Beatdown, motherfuckers. That's right. Big W for the random Polish words. Thank you. I know I got more somewhere in here. There was an old like song that they would sing, Melanie, Toyas Walopani. I probably fucked that up bad. This is like old memories I'm pulling out, dude. Okay. God bless my Nana. She's been passed away since 2010. It's fucking 2025. Okay. So I haven't heard a Polish word in 15 years. I think that's what it was. Toyas Walopani. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Finch, Figueiredo will not pass this one, right? Dude, Figgy's tiny, man. Figgy's a small guy. And I think he's going to have range problems here. I do. I think Sandhagen still got game. I know Reiner DeRitter's striking isn't good, but Nickal striking isn't better. And his MMA grappling isn't that great. Whoa. Brundage was throwing him all around a few times as well. Just saying, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know about Brundage throwing him around. And I do think his striking is better than Reiner DeRitter. So two things we'll part ways on. Reiner DeRitter's got better submission grappling, but even in the submission grappling department, like Bo's going to be hard to fucking submit. So I do think it comes down to who's better at kickboxing. I think it's Bo. All right. I appreciate y'all coming through. If you want to see my favorite bets, I'm talking about the ones I'm putting the big dollars on. Big dollars for me anyway. Middle-class kid from the Midwest. Out here trying to make some money betting on some fights. And I've done it pretty good. That's why I talked to you guys about it. So if you want to see those bets, go check them out on the premium channel. DM at Mike Finch Show on Instagram. We'll get you in. If you want to see my free bet, which I drop every single week, jump into the free channel. Link in the description right here. I'll be back on Friday after weigh-ins. And as usual, the pick flips hit. My boy A-Bus Magomedov coming through with the beating for Michelle Pahea. Man, when I see weigh-ins and I pick flip, that shit has been hitting at a high clip. So check it out on Friday. Full card predictions dropping post weigh-ins. I appreciate y'all being here. All right. Do we need to go one more time for my people in the back? One more time for my people in the back. I'm going Thomas Petersen. I'm going Gillian Robertson. I'm going with Azamat Bekoev. I'm going with Bo Nickal. And I'm rocking with Cory Sandhagen in the main event. Those are my 5 most confident picks for UFC Fight Night. Until Friday for the full card predictions, it's peace and love.